This is 2012 in Preview. Editors from 4 newspapers covering 5 counties in South Texas discuss the stories they'll be covering in the new year. Your host, Bill Clough.
In part 2 of this program, we continue our conversation with the 4B Publishing Company editors. All agree that Eagle Ford is topic A for the coming year. So we have an economic boom that depends on water, but that is in short supply in some areas. Texas is experiencing its worst drought in history. Last year's wildfire season was the worst in history, too, and some communities are worried they might run out of water.
Last year, Lake Corpus Christi was at 89% capacity. This year, it's down to 34%. That's a 50% drop in just a single year. Water is going to be a big concern in the upcoming year as more construction develops. Hotels, motels, they all need water. Companies need water to survive. Water is a precious resource, and without it, we're going to have some real problems. We've got pipelines that leak. Our city pipes are old. They likely need to be updated. But we have to be concerned about water, and without it, the city is not going to grow. It's going to remain stagnant.
The situation here is a little bit different. George West and Three Rivers have plenty of water. Three Rivers' problem is getting all the water it's allocated out of Choke Canyon Reservoir. The city is working with engineers to increase the amount of water it can draw out of the reservoir. Another problem Three Rivers has is its treatment capacity is limited. It can only treat 3 million gallons of water a day, and at times, especially in the summer, it bumps up against that limit. So in the coming year, Three Rivers is going to be looking at some serious infrastructure costs.
While all our editors share some topics, they also have predictions about stories unique to their area. Real estate development, for instance. Joe?
Yes, we're expecting 2 major developments in Karnes County in the coming year. Probably the one that we expect the biggest impact from is Kennedy Station, which is a mixed-use development which will include homes, apartments, retail, office space, light commercial, hotel, motel, daycare, and a park. So this will be a major development, a $78 million project. It's going to be located behind the Walmart in Kennedy, and we're expecting that to result in some real positive economic growth, as we'll have some permanent housing here as opposed to the RV parks and the hotel motels that have been built during the last year. The other major development is the GEO Group is in the process of constructing a $32 million detention facility in Karnes City. This development is expected to bring 140 new full-time jobs to the area, as well as a lot of additional economic growth. Mike, I understand, do you have some construction projects that are expected to start soon in your area?
Yes, we have a new high school under construction here in Three Rivers. It's a 62,000 square foot building costing about $11 million. That is scheduled to be open in January of next year. They plan to do a mid-year transition into the new school. George West is also building a new high school. Their building is quite old and quite poor shape, and they are building an $8.6 million school.
And one thing is certain about Refugio, football will demand attention, a lot of it.
Yes, Refugio is a football town for sure. The 7th grade, the 8th grade, the junior varsity, and the Bobcats all had a perfect season. That's 41 wins without any losses. So whatever talent was lost this year will surely be replaced next year. So we look for the Bobcats to make the news next year as well.
And thanks to all the editors who contributed to this preview. Prognostication always is a dangerous business for journalists. They do it at their peril, which is usually why they speak in such generalities. 2 centuries ago, a German poet was asked to express his hopes for the new year. "The new year is at our door," he wrote. "I wish for the stupid a little understanding, and for the understanding a little poetry. I wish a heart for the rich and a little bread for the poor. But above all, I wish that we may blackguard each other as little as possible in the coming year."